There was nothing down here saying it's a restricted area.
What do you want?
I was taking some pictures and stuff. I'm making a little video of the area. Local force. That sort of stuff.
Purpose?
Pardon?
For what purpose?
With public interest.
To go where?
Pardon?
To go where?
Well, for public.
You're quite clearly filming us at the moment.
Yes, yeah. I film any interaction. Have you two police officers, are you?
Yes.
Have you got your warrant cards with you there since you're not in uniform?
Why do I need to...
Pardon?
I'm walking out of a police building, aren't I? So
Yeah, but you're obviously doing a stop and account with me, so I'd like... But you are, you're asking what I'm doing, which is by definition a stop and account. You're asking what I'm doing in an area, that's a stop and account. So if you're engaging in a policing activity, I'd like to know your warrant card, otherwise I'm just going to disengage from you and carry on with my business.
Okay.
Alright then. Alright, refusal to identify. So I'm just going to get your picture so I can report you to...
The video begins with a man outside a police building, casually filming the area. An officer approaches and questions him about what he's doing. The man explains that he's just taking some pictures and making a video for public interest. Immediately, tension starts to build because the officer insists on knowing his purpose, while the filmer calmly reminds him that this is a public area with no restrictions posted. Already, we see the clash forming between an individual exercising his rights and officers who seem uneasy about being recorded.
Right.
Not bad, how are you?
How's it going? What are you up to?
Just, as you see, taking some pictures out of your cars and out there.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Yeah. And you are, sorry?
Police officer.
And your collar number?
Are you an auditor, or are you...
And your collar number, please?
I have to give you my collar number. It's my identification just on my shoulder there.
And then if I can't read, it's not your policy to identify?
And points out that the officers are effectively carrying out a stop and account. He emphasizes that under police policy, once they engage in this type of questioning, they are required to identify themselves. He asks for their warrant cards, especially since some officers are not in uniform. Instead of complying, the officers hesitate. The filmer makes it clear, without proper identification he is under no obligation to continue the conversation. This refusal immediately highlights the issue of accountability in everyday police.
I'm just here to take pictures and that's all. As I said, I've just noticed as I was walking down to take pictures, your colleague's window was open, I could see the screen, made them aware of it.
Okay, have they sorted that?
Yeah, they closed the window, fine. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
Cool. Okay, we're not here to cause you a problem. I'm sure you're not here to cause a problem. We're just,
You know, your colleagues not in uniform refuse to identify while engaging in a policing activity. Not fantastic, is it? It's against policy. You are required to identify. You're engaging in a stop and account. You are required to identify. Because if I have any complaints, how am I supposed to make that complaint if you haven't kept yourself to the accountability standards that the force requires? So, you know, again, you refuse to identify properly because, again, you don't know that I can read, so you're refusing to identify properly. Yes, you're in uniform, but again, if I want to make a complaint against you... You
can give the time and date and where the location where you are. My body cam's recording, so it can all be... How
come it's taken you this long to let me know that your body cam's recording?
I'm talking.
And is the policy not to, at the first, most practical opportunity to allow that?
It was the most practical time to inform you.
Was it? So, because you come in and gone hands-on with me?
I haven't gone hands-on.
Exactly, so why is not the first thing that you say, good afternoon or morning?
What you're doing, because that's the first question I asked you, and then we've had a conversation, and now I've told you.
But the first most practical opportunity is to say, good, by the way, you are being recorded.
Okay.
Otherwise, you could be covertly recorded.
Frustrated, the man announces that he'll take their picture and report them to the chief constable. This isn't just stubbornness, it's based on clear rules. According to the College of Policing's Code of Ethics, officers must give their name and collar number when engaging with the public. It's not optional, not just a courtesy, but a requirement. Without this, the public cannot know who they're dealing with or how to raise a complaint. The officer's hesitation here directly undermines the very trust they're meant to uphold.
The only situation where it's not practicable at the first opportunity is if you're going into a hands-on situation. Any other time, there's no reason, and this has been dealt with in the tribunal by the tribunal that deals with the Reaper Act, that the first most practical opportunity is when you approach somebody. If you have your camera on or you turn it on, if you approach with your camera on, you should alert them when you approach, unless you're going hands-on. If you turn it on whilst engaging in a conversation, you should turn it on, and then once it's recording, so it's stated on the camera, by the way, you are being recorded for my safety and your safety, blah, blah, blah. You have the right to do it, same way that I have the right to do it. It's not a problem. It's the notification that's the problem.
Okay.
You know.
I've notified you at a time that I think is practical, so I've done that, so it's fine.
Okay, you can justify that to a tribunal. It's fine, no worries.
So what are you doing?
So you're going to try to identify yourself properly yet?
No, I'm happy.
You're happy, yeah?
Yeah.
Would you like to identify yourself, or would you like a complaint as well, sir?
So, can I ask you a question? Before my colleague steps in, so my name is PC2376.
Thank you. So that's how it's done. Thank you.
My colleague there was obviously made aware that the window was open.
Yeah.
And he's got concerns because of data protection and that you might have recorded something on your phone from the screens.
If there is anything, I'm not sure if there is or not. If anything is captured on there, that will be evidence for me to report that to the Information Commissioner's office, because obviously the onus of data protection is on the organisation, not on whoever sees that information.
You don't expect someone to stick through there.
Another officer joins the exchange. The man asks once again for a collar number, and this time the officer simply points at his shoulder patch. He insists that's enough. But here's the flaw. If the number is too small, hidden, or unreadable, that gesture is meaningless. Clear verbal identification is expected by policy. It's not about being picky, it's about ensuring people know exactly who they're speaking to. Without this transparency, accountability disappears, leaving the public powerless if something goes wrong.
Yeah. Even a bit of signage saying no unauthorised access beyond this point would go a long way, because I do respect signs like that.
No,
you know.
okay. I
did have a look around, and there is nothing there.
I will genuinely take that to the senior leadership team, because
Fantastic.
I think that is fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are trying to redo everything, yeah.
Okay.
Financially, we have to wait until the budget.
That's right, it's quite a small town, isn't it? Lower priority.
You know
I get it. Yeah.
We get shoved right to the bottom type of thing. We're right on the borders, between different forces and that. So it is totally. I understand where you're coming from, and I'll pass it on to the senior leadership team.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I've just got concerns about the data protection that's on that video. Do you know what I mean? Because that's somebody else's private stuff and that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we obviously learn from things like that. So you've pointed it out. They've closed the window. It is really hot in there. We've got no air conditioning.
Again, I completely understand that, but obviously data protection takes priority over that, unfortunately. You can get a fan in there, and I understand, I've worked in many various locations where health and safety data protection takes priority over that.
Does that go live? Is that a live?
I'm not live streaming, no.
If there is something, would you delete that?
Not necessarily delete it, but I would make it anonymous. I would blur it out if there is anything, if I were to post it anywhere.
Yeah, but
absolutely.
It's not their fault, you know what I mean?
No, of course. I've raised the issue of I've raised the issue of data protection, and obviously I raise it as an issue because I do see it as an issue. I'm not going to go share that information. That would be very hypocritical of me, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
So if there is anything captured on the camera, it won't be made available to the public. It will be forwarded to the ICO.
That's fine. Yeah. Can I take your details?
No, I'm okay.
Can I take your name?
No, I'm alright.
Just first name, so I know who I'm speaking to.
No, I'm alright. Thank you.
So you've got my collar number, but I can't take yours.
Yeah, but as a Crown servant, obviously you have issues of accountability when dealing with members of the public, and that's why. Yeah, I know.
Your first name.
I know.
I don't even know anything
but then
else,
obviously
so
that coupled with my image, which obviously he's notified me he's recording.
Obviously we do that because I'm open and honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We record things so that you can see what we do. And we can
absolutely.
See,
I completely agree with the use of body cameras. Completely.
That's the thing is I can't hide saying, oh no, I didn't say this to this man, or this man didn't say anything.
No, exactly the same reason why I record any interaction I have with you as well.
Yeah, that's why we record everything. I have to protect my back. Because the amount of people have said we do things.
Of course.
We don't.
Yeah. But with your collar number and that, obviously, you're bound. You have to identify. You did it correctly verbally because you can't guarantee that I can read.
You know what I mean?
But you have to wear that for accountability reasons. That's why I'm entitled to have that, because you're dealing with a member of the public in a stop and account situation. Accountability, you have to identify yourself for that exact reason, which he doesn't seem to understand. And sorry, we got interrupted. Would you like the opportunity to identify?
4988 PC Biffin.
Sorry,
PC Biffin.
And your collar number, please?
4988.
4988. There you go. Thank you. Would you like another opportunity?
No, I'm fine.
No, you're fine. Okay. So
this is a new concern. While filming outside, he noticed an officer's office window left open, revealing a computer screen with potentially sensitive information. He even told them about it, and the officer inside quickly closed the window. This moment exposes another problem: basic data protection failures. Instead of addressing it professionally, the officers seem more annoyed that the man might have captured it on film. The irony is that he was the one protecting them from a bigger breach by pointing it out.
good enough to read that.
These two officers are identified, and if you do need my details, they can be.
Okay, that's still again, that's not your policy, okay, so that's fine. I'll make a complaint to your chief constable. That's not a problem. Actually, I'll probably go straight through the IOPC because otherwise it goes to your local PSD and gets kicked down and disregarded.
That's not a problem.
Yeah, no worries. Just get a nice picture of your face as well, so I can just make sure that goes to the right person.
Yeah, no problem.
Is there anything else I can help you with today, sir?
No. I said, obviously, I've made the issue of that window and I've made that aware.
Which I'm literally.
On identification again, one officer explains that his body-worn camera is recording the entire encounter. The filmer immediately challenges this, asking why he wasn't told right away. According to policy, officers must announce their recording at the first practical opportunity. This isn't just a small detail, it's critical. Otherwise, it could be considered covert recording under the Regulation of Investigatory Powers Act. The excuse that there wasn't a practical moment doesn't hold up, especially during a calm, straightforward conversation.